And what I understood was that, your spirit is the higher evaluation of what we call emotions. Your spirit is the higher part of that. So love is that highest vibration, pure love is that highest vibration. That comes from your spirit. The physical body itself is manifested out of the 5 elements. And some would say 7 elements. There's more, right, depending on whose list you look at. But what I was told to balance the other day was earth, air, fire, and water. And then I was told to balance it specifically. For me, it was through the solar plexus. And then when I was talking last night to my angel team, it was like, you have to do it through all of them. If you only get that harmonious in one space and the rest of the spaces aren't harmonious with those energies, then you're still out of sync. You're not in a harmonious state. And I was like, oh, okay. So the spirit is the vibration of love, right? That's where that vibration is. Even though we can feel as humans love, you're feeling it through your spirit. The rest of the elements, or all of the elements, are what the physical body itself is comprised of. So fire relates to temperature, right? Fire is temperature. Water is what holds everything together. It is the glue, basically, that holds everything. If you take water out of anything, it dehydrates and it turns into powder, right? So that's what Sadhguru said. That's where I get that from. Air represents, I was trying to find that video this morning so I could figure out what else he had said. Air represents something else, and I'm not going to remember what it was. Space was, he goes, it's not space like you think of space. It's space meaning the Akasha. That's what space is in the elements, because the Akasha is all knowledge. It is all representation of everything. And that's what's in your cells, what's in your DNA. And then earth would be like dirt, the ground, what the firmament itself is made out of. So that's what we're balancing through all the chakras. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So I'm just going to take us through from root to crown. We're going to take each one of the elements into the system and then ask for a harmonious state to be created inside of each one of those places. All right, so the dream I had about this last night was basically that everything, it keeps going back to everything you think you know is incorrect, just throw it away. And I'm like, okay, so then what is correct? You have to go back to the total origin, right? Before we were in the human suit. And you still have the chakras. When they put the human suit on us, that's when all the earth elements became a part of, who we are and what our features are. And in the very onset of it, none of it was negative. None of it had, right? Because that didn't exist. We hadn't created the problems yet that we tend to look at after humanity really started kicking up. So once the human suit became part of our features, right? Part of our technology. It was after that all this negative stuff started coming in. So what I was hearing last night was what you're balancing is literally take away the thought form, right? I keep hearing this about everything. Take away the thought form. Because if you add the thought form of anything into it, you're in this period of time, right? From whenever we put the human suit on till all the way till now. If you take the thought form out of it, you're back to this is just energy. We are just energetic beings. So we're literally only balancing, we're only working with or harmonizing the actual elements and the energy of the elements themselves in the system, devoid of any of the rest of what we think we know is, right? Everything we think we've learned, which is why I kept thinking, oh, this is really interesting. Because if you balance fire to anger, right? Think about the two, whether you had fire, you had anger, frustration, or compassion, right? So the yin yang of it. And what Spirit was showing me was before any of that existed, it was just pure energy. It was just this energy in a consistent, right? Fire was fire. it controlled temperature. That's what it did. Devoid of fire, it's not hot, right? It's cold, or it's a different temperature. Water was water. Water, and the reason why water is attachment, use the word attachment, what Sadhguru was saying is because water is what holds everything together, right? It is the glue that binds everything. If you take water out of anything, it turns back into dust. It turns back into, right? Think about dehydrating things, right? So attachment, meaning water is what glues it. It's the attachment that holds things together, including the physical body. So this is all, right? We're trying to, and medicine, Eastern medicine, and I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I'm just saying this is what I was shown last night. What I was shown was that if you take away your thought form about any of these things and you go straight to the vibrational element, you'll get a better harmonization throughout your system. And then it's just a game of noticing, right? So we're taking away knowledge, we're taking away thought form. Does that make sense? Did that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm just, yeah, and do whatever feels right for you, for sure. Like, we're going to call in your spirits and I'm going to call in my spirit, and we'll do whatever is right for you. But that's what I was seeing last night, is go and for a lot of things, it's what I've seen is go back to the original energy. Don't add all the stuff we think we know to it. Come back to the original energy and work from there. And you get a purer form. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're going to go in with breaths. So big breaths, 3 inhales, nice long deep exhales. As you're inhaling, start allowing your system to calm. Let your shoulders relax, let your body relax. As you're exhaling long and slow and deep. So we're allowing that oxygen to move deeper into the cellular structure. Inhaling, expanding your rib cage. Get as much oxygen in there as you think you can, and then those nice, long, slow exhales. And while you're inhaling and exhaling, I want you to start noticing the inside of your system. From an energetic state, seeing all the nadis, seeing all the pathways, the meridians, the chakras. Notice yourself from an energetic standpoint in the physical body, not from spirit state necessarily, but from the energy state of all of the different elements, all of the different energy appointments in your body. On your next inhale, we're going to do 3 more of those. Nice big inhale. This time on your exhale, we're doing that squeeze at the perineum. So as you're exhaling, now you're squeezing. We're going to start to intentionally generate energy in the system. Big inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze. We're squeezing energy all the way up into the brain, lighting up the brain. Turning on the nervous system. Your body relaxes even more. Notice yourself sinking into your chair. Your mind relaxes. We're going to do 1 more inhale. And on your exhale this time, shift your focus into your heart space. So we're going to go into the heart space first. And just becoming aware that you're aware inside your heart space. Become aware of your focus inside your heart space. Allow your breath to come into a natural rhythm. Paying total attention to the energy inside your heart space, that energy which is you. And feeling a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude for your spirit, gratitude that you're aware that you're aware. Gratitude for this inner part of you. And as you inhale and exhale, we're going to let that gratitude grow. Noticing yourself in the space of your heart. Noticing that there's no borders, there's no walls, there's no boundaries. And from inside this space, I want you to sense your physical body. Sense your physical body. And so it's almost like you're standing inside of yourself, looking at the outside of yourself, looking at this physical body. And we're taking away all thought form and just noticing it in its energetic state. You might actually see the meridians, the nadis, all the little energetic pathways, the chakras above and below. And we're working specifically with the 7 that are most talked about. So from inside your heart space, noticing your physical body, we're going to become aware of the root at the perineum, noticing all of the different hues of red that make up this root chakra, all the different energies of the color red that make up this chakra. Just becoming aware, paying attention to that, putting your focus on it. And taking away all thought form of information, we're placing the energy of fire into this center. And then by intention, we are asking for it to come into a harmonious state. Bringing fire into a harmonious state inside this system. And then followed by the energy of air. And just feel, notice the differences inside your body as you're feeling this through your root chakra. We're bringing in the energy of air. And asking it to come into a harmonious state inside the center. And then we're bringing in the energy of earth. And asking it to come into a harmonious state in the center. The substance of which we are made of. Notice the feeling deep inside your cells, almost like they're remembering these elements. And then we're bringing in water, bringing it into a harmonious state inside the center. Keep all of your focus at the root. Notice what it feels like. Try and go back through and notice each one of those elements singly, and then notice them harmoniously balanced together in this center. And we're bringing in the element of ether, what some call the Akash, recognizing that this is the element that holds information and wisdom. And intentionally asking to bring that into a harmonious state, not only with this center, but with all of the other elements. Just notice, pay attention, allowing the physical body to sort through this information. It already has a blueprint, it already has a roadmap, it just needs to be reminded of this information. What it is, how it works, what it can do. And this information runs through your root, out the bottom into the earth, and it runs right up through the center of your system. And see the spiraling vortexes of energy coming out, moving through you. And as you inhale, I want you to bring your awareness through your heart space to the next chakra. And we're coming up into the ranges of color that are orange. As you inhale and exhale through this space, watching the reds change into oranges, becoming more and more aware at the sacral space. And even notice the difference with the energies balanced at the root versus what your sacral chakra might feel like. This is the power center. So as you inhale into this space, out the front of your body, the vortex of energy runs. Just notice it out the back, moving in that spiral pattern. And then we're going to bring in the element of fire, very intentionally, the vibration of fire with no thought form attached. Just the vibration of fire smack in the center of this energy center, powering up your power station. And then we're asking and allowing it to come into a harmonious state. And then bringing in the element of air into this powerful center. Even notice yourself inhaling and exhaling, bringing air into this powerful place. We're reminding the physical body about this element and then bringing it into a harmonious state in this center. And then we're bringing in earth. And this is a grounding center anyway, and now we're bringing earth back into it, the knowledge of this element back into this powerful center with no thought form attached, just the energy itself. Allowing it to flow out the front, flow out your back. And having it come into this harmonious state. And now we bring in water, the element that binds things together. And without thought attachment, just the vibration itself. Moving through this powerful center, the sacral chakra, from the front, this energy moving out your back. You may even sense it moving through all the layers of your aura and out into the field. And then lastly, bringing in the ether, bringing in the Akash. Into this powerful center, awakening it back to its true energy, its true self. As you inhale and exhale, we're driving this information and these vibrations deeper into every single cell of the body. And as you inhale, I want you to bring your awareness up to the solar plexus as you're moving through ranges of orange into different hues of yellow. Put all of your focus there, all of your attention there. And even look back down through the system and notice the sacral, notice the root, notice the vibrations running through those places, and then notice inside the sacral chakra or the solar plexus. Now we're noticing inside the solar plexus. And now I want you to bring in fire, bring in the element of fire. And we're asking to balance that in the system. Bring it into a harmonious state through this chakra that spirals out the front and out the back, sending information into the field through all the layers of your aura. And then we bring in the element of air. Without thought form, bringing air into a harmonious state inside the center. You inhale and exhale, noticing, participating, feeling, becoming more aware. And then we bring in the element of earth. By vibration alone, feeling the energy, stabilizing this center, and asking it to come into a harmonious state. And just notice what the physical body feels like. And we add in the ether, the element of the Akash. We bring that into a harmonious state. Looking back down through your system from your heart space, noticing these three centers, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root, all the way down into the ground and out around you. Notice what that feels like. Everything balanced, harmonious. In this harmonious state, noticing what those three chakras feel like when they're in total synchronicity, in total coherence to the elements. And then one more time, I want you to inhale up into your heart space, through the ranges of yellows, into the hues of green, coming back into the center of your heart space. Noticing from this heart space, this center of your body, the power that's within you to design and construct energy into form. And we're calling in your spirits, we're calling in your spirit guides, your angel team into this space, recognizing those that you talk to, those that you stand with, those that stand with you. And in this space, we call in the element of fire. And then command a harmonious relationship through our heart space with our physical body. This space is about reclaiming your physical body as your tool, as your sacred space, as your sacred place, as your vessel. And we command these elements to come into a harmonious state. And from your heart space, all the way around your physical body, fire comes into balance. It comes into a harmonious state with the physical body. And then we call in air. Recognizing yourself as the commander of this vessel. You command air to come into a harmonious state inside your vessel, moving around you from the front and the back and all the way around. And coming into a harmonious state with fire. Being coherent with all of the lower chakras that are already set to perfection. As you inhale and exhale, we bring in earth. And commanding earth to come into harmony with the rest of the elements that are already in place, fire and air, and into this harmonious state. You become more aware in your heart space of who you are and what you are, the power of this system. And then bringing in the element of water, and again commanding it into a harmonious state from the place of your heart, the secret space of the Most High. We activate these things inside of our system, recognizing your control over these elements. And the energy from this element of water runs from the front of you and the back of you, out of that heart space, and all the way around you in a toroidal field of energy that's intermixing and interplaying in total harmony with fire, air, earth. And the water is totally harmonious to this system. And now to this toroidal field of your heart, we enter the ether, the Akash. Recognize your power in this state, in this harmonious state of energy flow. The Akash is in every cell of your body, and your awareness of it emerges from your heart space. And we bring that into this harmonious state. As you inhale and exhale, allowing these energies to synchronize inside your body, to come into a coherent state. This information is running through every power center of your body, every energy pathway or portal. Every meridian is filling up with this information. Every chakra, every secret space. And as you inhale, we emerge from the green hues of the heart space up into the throat, and you start to notice the hues of blue. And this chakra that emerges from the front of your neck and the back of your neck. And we bring in the element of fire and command it into this harmonious state. Just the energy form, allowing the energy of fire to open up and move inside this chakra. Keep all of your focus and awareness in your throat, in this throat chakra, and we move from the energy of fire to the element and the energy of air. And then commanding it into a state of harmonious synchronicity as it synchronizes with every other energy that's in the system. From the throat to the heart, to the solar plexus, to the sacral, to the root, down into the earth. And we bring in the energy of earth, this element. We command it into this harmonious state. And then the energy of water. Out the front of your throat, out the back of your throat. You notice this energy moving and synchronizing through every layer of your aura, every layer of your being. And then from water, we recognize the ether in your throat chakra, allowing the ether, the Akash, to come into this harmonious state. And then looking at your physical system, noticing how all of these elements are in alignment through every one of your chakras, every one of your meridians, every energy port, portal, or system that's in your body now has the flow of all of these elements in a total harmonious state. And as you inhale, we move from the ranges of blue up into the indigos, turning into violets, and we're landing up in the third eye, in the center of your brain, towards the back at the pineal gland. Noticing the energy of this center coming out the front of your head and the back of your head. And as you inhale, on the inhale, I want you to squeeze, bringing all of this energy up into your pineal gland. And then we bring in the energy of fire, the element of fire, and allow it to come into a harmonious state inside this center. Inhale and squeezing, bringing up energy into the pineal gland. And we bring in the element of air, the energy of air. And allowing it to come into a harmonious state in this center. And again, inhale and squeeze. And we bring in the energy, the element of earth. And hold it there for a second if you can. Hold that squeeze, hold that energy in your pineal gland. And then nice, long, slow, deep exhales, driving this information deeper into every cell of your body. As the elements come into total alignment, a total harmonious state. And then one more time on an inhale, we're bringing in water. Hold the element of water at your pineal gland. And let it come into a harmonious state. And as you exhale, releasing, letting this information go deeper into your cellular structure throughout your whole body. On your next inhale, you're doing the same thing. Squeeze and inhale. And we're bringing in the element of ether. We're bringing in the element of the Akash right into our pineal gland and hold it there. Hold it there as long as you can. We're allowing it to synchronize and come into this harmonious state with the elements of fire, air, earth, water, and completing it with the information field of the ether or the Akash. Notice the energies coming through this center as you gently inhale and exhale, remembering that you're in your heart space, paying attention to these areas of your body, and just looking at the body. Look at the information coming from this body, where everything's in alignment, everything is turned on, everything is in a harmonious state with the elements. And then finally, we inhale one more time, coming right up to the crown of the head. You bring all of this information right into the crown, into the chakra that's at the top of your head. And you notice the hues of indigo turning into violets and the information moving out up into the space above you, creating harmony and synchronicity into the energies below, through your whole body, down into the earth. And putting all of your attention and awareness at the crown. And all the different arrays of color that come from the color purple. We're going to bring in the element of fire. And synchronizing, harmonizing this element in this chakra. Remember to breathe, inhale and exhale. Help your body move this energy. Keeping your focus and awareness at your crown, we bring in the element of air, the energy of air. And allowing it to synchronize and come into this harmonious state, this flow of energy. Keeping all of your awareness at your crown, we're bringing in the element of earth. And recognizing the element of earth from this crown chakra. And allowing it again to come into this harmonious state. And then again from the crown, all of your awareness, all of your focus there. We're bringing in the element of water. Bringing it into a harmonious state, into a synchronistic state with the rest of these elements. And all the way down the system from the crown to the third eye, to the throat, to the heart, to the solar plexus, to the sacral, to the root. Everything's in total alignment. The elements of the earth within you are in a harmony. And then at the crown, with all of your awareness, we're bringing in the ether, the energy of the Akash. And allowing it to come into this harmonious state. Notice if you can feel the energies that are moving around inside your physical body. Every gland, every organ connected by the meridians. Everything comes into the harmonious state with these elements. And at the crown, we're creating the corona, the vibration of the energy that gives you the halo. Notice if you can sense it. Can you feel it? Can you see it? Becoming totally aware of yourself inside yourself. We go deeper with these energies in a harmonious state. We go deeper. And I recognize my body is my body. And in this harmonious state, it stands the test of time. It stands through the effects of the elements around it. And my spirit, through this physical body, is able to emerge. Because it comes back into this harmonious flow. Notice what you feel like. Notice what your body feels like. Try and label it with a word that you can come back to. A sense of peace, a sense of deep calmness, an amazing sense of gratitude, an awe-inspiring understanding, a new level of consciousness. And from my heart space, I hear my spirit whispering, I am. I am that. Then I want you to come back to your breath, recognizing your breath. And inhaling, elongating your spine. And as you exhale, I want you to squeeze We're sending this information through the system. Exhale and squeeze. Release as you inhale. And exhale and squeeze. And inhale, elongating your spine. And when you exhale, squeezing. As you're squeezing all the way up the body, notice these different chakras lighting up. And inhale. And then squeeze and notice all of these different centers lighting up. And inhale. And then squeeze. And notice all of these centers lighting up. And inhale. And as you exhale, squeezing, paying attention to these centers as they light up, all the way to the corona, to the crown of your head. And inhale. And exhale, squeezing. And inhale. And then I want you to come back into your regular pace of breath. Become aware that you're aware of your body. Become aware of yourself inside your body. Pay attention to what your belly feels like. Pay attention to what your heart feels like. Pay attention to what your head feels like. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep breath. Remember this feeling. Don't let this feeling leave you. When you're ready, open your eyes. Don't let this feeling leave you. Okay, yeah, go ahead when you need to go. I'll send this recording out. Yeah, that'll be fun with a client, actually. Yeah, I think you're very welcome. I think I'm going to tell you both to just sit with this, let it keep moving through you, and then we'll reconnect at some point and talk about it a little bit. And I'll send it to everybody else. That'll be maybe next week's thing, is see what everybody got from it. I feel totally alive, inside and outside. It's crazy feeling. Very cool. All right, I bless you both. Thank you for coming in today. That was really cool, actually. All right, we'll see you next week. If you need anything in between now and then, please don't hesitate to email me. Namaste.